muscles her way inside. Off the screen. Boston has a size advantage. Queer gives help. And Boston, on a second effort, cleans up.
The defense became more disruptive. And suddenly, what had been a competitive game became a... Caitlin Clark didn't need to force the game. One of the biggest changes in Caitlin Clark's game has been her understanding that she doesn't always need to dominate every possession. Earlier in her career, there were moments when the pressure seemed to demand that she take over immediately. But professional basketball teaches you something quickly. Sometimes the best play isn't the shot, it's the pass. Sometimes the best possession isn't the highlight, it's the possession that creates the next highlight. And Clark's ability to manipulate defenses has become one of the most important parts of Indiana's offense. Defenders know she can shoot from deep. They know she can attack the basket. They know she can create for teammates. That creates a problem. If they press up, she can drive. If they collapse, she can pass. If they give her space, she can pull up. And if they try to anticipate the pass, she can change the angle completely. That is what makes Clark so difficult to defend. Her impact isn't always visible in one statistic. Sometimes it's the defensive reaction she creates. Then the Fever started turning the game. The second half was where Indiana began changing the story. The offense became more fluid. The Fever started getting into better positions. And the pressure began moving toward Dallas. This is what makes a comeback so dangerous. A team can survive one run. It can survive 2 runs. But when the opponent starts controlling possession after possession, eventually the game becomes mentally exhausting. That's what Indiana was trying to create. Pressure, more pressure, and then even more pressure. Caitlin Clark was part of that offensive rhythm, but she wasn't alone. Kelsey Mitchell played a major role, and that's one of the most important things about the Fever right now. They aren't simply waiting for Caitlin Clark to save them. They are becoming a team capable of producing...
Mitchell. Oh, can't get the friendly roll. Ping-pongs around to Boston.
Much easier when players trust each other. Clark can make a pass before a teammate even expects it. Mitchell can relocate knowing Clark will find her. Boston can run into space knowing the ball may arrive. Those little details can become the difference between a good team and an elite one. The Fever's defense can't be ignored. It's easy to focus on Clark's offense. That's understandable.
Oh, Kelsey, it was a defensive battle in that first.
Began to change. The Fever started believing. The Wings started reacting. That's a psychological shift. And once a team feels the game slipping away, every possession becomes more difficult. Shots feel heavier. Turnovers become more costly. Defensive mistakes become more obvious. That's when experienced teams attack. Indiana recognized the moment, and they didn't let it go. This is what Caitlin Clark's leadership was supposed to become. When Clark entered the WNBA, people wanted instant greatness. They wanted record-breaking performances. They wanted logo threes. They wanted viral moments. But development isn't always spectacular. Sometimes development looks like patience. It looks like making the correct pass. It looks like taking the right shot instead of the hardest shot. It looks like understanding when your teammates need you to score and when they need you to organize. That is a version of Clark that could make Indiana truly dangerous. Not simply the player who can score 45.
Half back and forth. Where did this team find separation in that fourth quarter?
I think the discipline down the stretch, once you get a hammer on things as far as like what great players like to do, Paige is one of them, you just try to make it difficult. I think down the stretch we did a better job of just making sure we were aware of where she was and making sure that we made the right play.
Ty Harris was perfect from behind the arc tonight. How big of an impact did she play in this win?
I love that we always have really great players on our bench that can bring something to the table, and I value Ty in so many different ways, but to see her have her night, it's always great. It's always, I'm always be happy for my team.
You guys take care of business at home in these 2 games. Now you go on a 5-game, almost 2-week road trip. I know it sounds a little daunting, but how can you carry this momentum into that?
You let the chips fall where they may. I think that we put in a lot of work. We got a lot of experience over the course of this season to be able to take on a 5-game stretch, and the hope and idea is that we maintain who we are.
All right, thank you, Kelsey.
I appreciate it.
Studio, back to you.
But the player who can control an entire game. The Fever are becoming comfortable in chaos. This is perhaps the most encouraging part. Indiana has been through injuries, controversies, close games, big deficits, physical matchups, pressure, and through all of it, the team continues to compete. That resilience matters, because postseason basketball is rarely clean. There will be mistakes. There will be bad calls. There will be hostile crowds. There will be moments when the offense disappears. The question is whether a team can stay together when those things happen. The Fever are showing signs that they can. Why this one matters. A